So my name is John Roche. I'm the Director of Engineering at AQMetrics, and AQMetrics is a leading RegTech company, and our job is really to provide our clients with trusted framework for allowing them to deliver both regulatory reporting, financial reporting, transaction reporting, and compliance monitoring as four key pillars of what we deliver. So our clients use us to basically ensure that they are trading safely in the environment as it stands. So AQMetrics' core platform is designed as a cloud-first scalable architecture. Basically because in the regulated space, like many spaces, data is key and data is growing. So we've always decided that we needed to be cloud-first from day one. The other parts about it was we went data model first. So the key part of the AQMetrics solution is the data model, and all the functionality was built on top of that, rather than many solutions have been built by, we'll build a piece of functionality, we will then build another piece, we'll then put a workflow in, then suddenly we think, we need a data model, and it doesn't tie together. So we went reverse, started with the data model, built our way up. And that way, every time we layer a new capability on, we know we layer it on in a way that's going to interact with everything else. The key aspect of AQMetrics that we're trying to use as a differentiator is it is a unified platform. It is one platform. It isn't multiple products bolted together. It is a single platform, and all of the capabilities we deliver sit upon the same framework, which allows us to scale out for clients much more easily. The biggest architectural challenge for all of our clients, I think, and in the entire industry, is fragmentation. So everything is fragmented. The data is fragmented, the tech is fragmented. So we have systems that are trying to pass data between each other all the time, and then things fail. The data models are different, so then you're always mapping and you're constantly trying to, you're pretending that it's a single solution, but it's not. It's a combination of 12 solutions bolted together with messaging, and that can work, and it does work, and I've built solutions like that, but it's not the seamless way to go, and it's going to get more difficult as the data volumes grow, and that's something that we see, coming down the line completely. The data volumes will grow, and therefore the key thing that we have tried to address is, again, back to this idea, it's a single platform, it's a single data model. So when we get data in for a client, we can use it in 4 or 5 different ways. We can use it for different purposes for them, rather than we have 4 or 5 different products using it and then passing it to each other. And I think that fragmentation is the biggest problem that we see, and it's the biggest problem I think that our clients are seeing. So partnerships in fintech, they're no different really from partnerships anywhere. They're built on trust. So that's the first thing. They have to be two-way. There's got to be something in a partnership for both sides. I think the key partners that we in AQMetrics are working with is twofold. One, it's scale partners, so that we can keep building the product, and if we need to scale up, we can bring people in and we can do that. But the more important partnership is in the data providers. So all of our clients in the RegTech space, they're looking to get their data from the regulated partners like Bloomberg, EDI, Factset, etc. And we have signed partnerships with these organizations, so that our clients can trust that if we're processing their data, when we get the market data, we're getting it from the correct sources, the golden sources, that is the likes of Bloomberg. And I think that's the key thing. Bloomberg gets something from it, we get something from it. Most importantly, the client gets trust, because they kind of know that we're not just getting data from somewhere, we're getting it from the right place. So I think Bloomberg provides golden source of data, and our clients are doing regulatory reporting. If the regulatory reporting is wrong, it's usually because the data is wrong. So again, the key thing is it's the level of data trust. So because we know that when we get, let's say, the positions data or the transactions from the client, we know we can immediately go get the market data down from Bloomberg, and it's going to be up to date, it's going to be accurate. Because if you take something like any form of monitoring where you're doing disclosure or threshold monitoring, if the market data is wrong or out of date, you're going to create false alerts. So we know now that we will not create false alerts because we're getting the correct market data. And more importantly, our clients know that. So I think there's two key aspects to the future landscape of regulatory technology, and I think they're probably been spoken about at length, but the key one is data, continuous data, and data is going to grow. So clients, or rather the regulators, are really wanting more granular data. They want more data, they want it more quickly, they want it more often. And that's the first thing, and everybody is sort of struggling and grappling with that. But again, our approach to that as well, firstly, we're cloud native, so we can scale ad nauseum. We've built the architecture to scale to store volumes of data, to process volumes of data. So we're not worried about volumes of data. Second then is, with all this data, what are you going to do with it? And of course, everybody's just turning to AI, and AI has become, the power thing. But our focus again is, and a key thing for me is, AI for AI's sake is just noise, or worse, it's huge regulatory risk for our clients. So we want to bring AI tied to outcomes. So the most important thing is, what's the client outcome? So what do they want? And AI is just an enabler. It's not a solution. And anyone who's kind of selling it as a solution, I think is missing a trick. What we're trying to use is, how can we show our clients that AI can enable the solution to either operate faster, operate with greater accuracy, or provide them with information about their data that they wouldn't have otherwise got. But the outcome is the most important. So I think while AI is the buzzword, it's the outcomes the clients are going to get from it that is the only thing that we care about, or that I would focus on. So tying this, much greater kind of quantities of data and the frequency of data, regulators wanting it faster, tying that with outcomes of what we're going to do with it, and then using AI to enable that, I think that's going to be the key thing over the next really 5 years. It's probably going to hit us a lot sooner than 5 years, and we're already using it at the moment, but it's really going to, I think, explode, because we're only touching the surface of what it can do.